In the depths of the pitch-black night, there stood an abandoned house situated on a remote hill far away from the world's sight. It was known to everyone as the cursed haunted house, where ancient horror legends were said to add to its eerie reputation. It was rumored that numerous tormented souls inhabited this place, wandering its halls alone in the darkness of the night. A group of daring adventurers decided to test their bravery and explore the secrets of the dreaded house. The four friends, John, Sarah, Michael, and Emma, were all obsessed with fear and mystery, and they swore not to back down when embarking on this terrifying journey. They approached the imposing mansion, its long shadow looming over the surrounding trees. The windows appeared like dark eyes watching them, and the wind rustled the leaves, creating eerie sounds. Nevertheless, they persisted. Upon entering the house, they felt a chilling and desolate atmosphere. The floor creaked beneath their feet, as if it was sighing from the long years it had endured. They cautiously roamed through the dark rooms, hearing mysterious sounds emanating from the depths of the house. In a moment of terrifying silence, they heard a mysterious laughter echoing through the place. They all jerked and rushed towards the source of the sound, but they found no one. Suddenly, the power went out, plunging them into complete darkness. Unable to see each other, they started to hear heavy footsteps approaching. They tried to escape outside, but the house seemed to change its layout, turning into a perplexing maze of haunted corridors. Lost in the darkness and fear, they finally arrived at a large room. As their eyes gazed up at the ceiling, they saw a man with a pale face and red eyes coldly staring at them. He laughed ferociously, as if he was threatening them with death. They screamed and attempted to flee, but the door closed before them and disappeared from their sight. Trapped in this dreadful room, the room seemed to grow in size and complexity whenever they tried to escape. With no option but to confront their fears, they delved into the depths of their own souls. They recalled the legends of the cursed house and the tormented spirits residing within. But they realized that the true fear resided within themselves. Hours passed as they faced the darkest corners of their minds, preparing for the ultimate confrontation with the house's malevolent spirit. In a sudden twist, they either saw or imagined the same figure again, releasing a terrifying laughter that made them lose consciousness. When they regained their senses, they found themselves outside the abandoned house, and the sun was rising on the horizon. They couldn't clearly remember what happened inside, but they felt that something significant had occurred. Days went by, yet none of them could leave that dreadful night behind. They began experiencing strange and terrifying phenomena in their daily lives. They witnessed apparitions floating in the dark of the night, heard peculiar sounds from nowhere, and felt as if strangers were lurking around them. Fear started to consume their lives, and doubts crept into their once strong friendship. They accused each other of lying about what happened that night, as if someone was trying to hide something. One day, they decided to confront their past and return to the cursed house to search for answers. Entering the house with trembling hearts, the paranormal activities intensified. Suddenly, a life-sized picture of the man they saw before appeared, smiling malevolently. It led them to a large room with a dusty table upon which an old book rested. They cautiously opened the book and discovered that it contained a collection of ancient legends, spells, and old pictures. Struggling to read the language written in it, the room began to fade and vanish. Before the room disappeared completely, they caught sight of a picture of themselves with a mysterious handwritten sentence. "You were brave of heart and courageous of spirit." Eventually, they returned to their normal lives, but this time they lived with greater bravery and optimism. They realized that they had faced a malevolent force and triumphed over it. The haunted house remained standing there, but the courage they gained from that experience helped them confront any future challenges. And thus, the story of the cursed haunted house remains a symbol of inner strength and the challenges one must face to discover the truth and overcome their fears. The house may still exist, but the bravery they acquired from that night enables them to confront any impending trials.